Welcome to the Investment Tracker tutorial. This is where you will learn how to use the Mirror Track Investment Tracker. This tracker is able to track 5 investments in a total of 25 years or 300 months. And it's very simple to use and easy to keep track. It's hard sometimes when you have to deal with multiple investments, either through the bank, through stocks, through anything else. And it's just the easy way to just keep track on a monthly basis. It is simple to use, and we're going to get into this tutorial. So we're going to start off with going into the setup sheet. We start on putting the start date. So the start date is the date that we start tracking. But for this tutorial purposes, I am going to put a different date. I will put February 2020. And if you don't put an actual individual date, it will always automatically put the 1st. If we're going to be tracking at the end of the month, change that to the 30th. That's just how Excel works, and the same with Google Sheets. And as I said, this template is not only in Excel format, which you're seeing right now, but it's also in Google Sheets for those that do not have Excel. Then next, we put the names of our investments. So this is the actual name that you have for your investment. So if you're, doing pension, which is in Canada, which is RSP, or the 401k if you're in the US, you put that name down. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put my other investments names. Then the starting amount. So sometimes, like if you've already started investing, you put that number down. If you've been doing this for a while, it's just start with the starting amount that you have. If you're starting with nothing, then you put 0. So I'm going to put some numbers of things that I have the starting amount to get these investments going. And then on my last investment, I'm just started, so we're going to put 0. Then we have a little guide on the spreadsheets just to help you go back and forth. But we also have an info guide that is simple, easy to use, tells you by definition how to use each column. But to have just quick instructions how to use the dashboard is on the setup sheet. So it's very simple to use. As I said, also check the info guide. Makes even more things much more clear. Then we go to the dashboard. So I've already filled in some stuff in here. So and because I put February of 2020, it starts from February of 2020 and goes all the way to the current date, which is January. And then this is at the time of me recording, it's January 2025. So I didn't realize I filled in a few months. So we start off with putting our monthly contributions. So the monthly contributions differ from different places. So here my monthly contribution is $50, and this is for me it automatically leaves my checking account and goes into my investment. But sometimes if you don't have a monthly contribution, you leave it blank. So here you see it is blank. It is $0 here. You don't need to actually fill in $0. You can leave it blank. And then it will just, based on your starting amount, it will figure out the growth. So what we're really looking at this dashboard is up here, it tells you the total investment. That is the amount of money that you are investing in these investment accounts through the 5 different investment accounts. If you don't have 5 investment accounts, then just only focus on the 1 and 2, or if you just have one investment, focus on that one. But if you have up to 5, it calculates the total investment. The total growth, that's the amount of money you're making off your investment, because we want to make some money, right? That's the goal of investment. So this tells you how much is growth. With this example, it's pretty low, but I feel like with most investments, it'd be much higher. The start date is the date that we put in the beginning on the setup. And as I said, that it starts from February 2020. But I'm going to change it to 2024. and we are going to change it to August. So I've changed it to August, and as you see, the graphs all change, and this becomes blank, and that will be the same with Google Sheets. And the start date has changed. Today's date will automatically change every single day based on what today's date is. And as you see, we are recording on January 15th. And based on the today's date, when this changes to February 1st, then you will see February 2025 pop up. And then that is when you put it in. That is when you will enter the total balance. And then over here, don't want to miss the graph. This graph tells you based on the total balance, which you'll be filling in for each investment, and the total contribution, you can see that this dark black area is the growth. So as I said, this growth is a little low. It's $500, but you can see that there is some growth through this graph. And then over here, it tells you the total investment based on the 5 investments, the total amount, and the same with the total growth and the total balance. When we go into our individual investments, also here it tells you the total investment for that individual investment and the total growth for that individual investment. As I said, monthly contributions defer to what you plan to do. If you do $25 a month, or you're all over the place, this can change, and that's why it's it's variable. We didn't want to put anything automatic where it's always going to be $50 a month, because sometimes things change. So you fill that in. The total balance is the amount that you get on your when you check the bank or when you check the stocks. That is the total balance. We recommend that if you decide to put the date as the first, which is always automatic when you just put like the month and the year, then we recommend that you fill it in on the first every single month, because or else, as I will do right now, I'm going to change this to July, add a month. You see right here, it just blinks, it just drops, because I have not filled in anything. So you have to fill in the information on the first of the month, which, as I said, today is January 15th. It is past January 1st. So I got to fill in. I did a monthly $50, and I'm going to put my total balance for the month for January, and it changes. But if you want to change this to the 30th, you got to go in 30th, and all of a sudden it is gone. So always do it at the same time every month, enter it in the total balance. And it's just an easy habits to do every single month. So it's pretty simple to use. Put your contribution, $25, the total balance is, and you work your way up. Oh, this month I can't put $25. So I'm going to just, check my balance for the month. When you see the growth being in the red, then that means you have lost money for the month. And if it's in the red for the total on the left side, it means you are in the negative for that month, which is fine. That happens every time that we have investments. They go up and down. But it just lets you know that you have lost money for that month. And the next month, if it goes back to black, it means you have gained some money. And we have it in other formats. We have it in euro, pretty simple to use, the same template. And we have it in pounds. And it's just very simple to use to track all your investments. So go check out the link in the description to purchase your investment tracker in our Mirror Track Etsy shop. Simple to use. Other templates, including a mileage tracker, a travel budget tracker, multi-country budget tracker, and a sinking funds tracker. So hope to see you purchase your investment tracker, and we will have more templates in the future. So follow the shop on Instagram and on Etsy.